Hi, and welcome to the Word of the Week. This week's word is improvise. Now, this is the final installment on our month-long topic of the music of life. And yeah, if you know me, you know that I'm a musician as well as being a martial artist. And over the past couple years, I've been doing a lot of study with some people to help me to improve my ability to improvise. And I more clearly see the importance of the improvisational nature of life. You see, a lot of people get freaked out. I've got some friends who are really talented classical musicians when you say something like, well, improvise, and they suddenly start to freak out. Well, I can't do that. And they have tremendous facility on their instrument, but they don't feel that they have the freedom to be creative, to do something that's just right there, create it right there on the spot. And I think in life, a lot of times, that's the thing that and it's a psychological thing that holds us back, that prevents us to move forward. Because what does it mean to improvise, right? To improvise is just basically take what you got around you and create something new, right? So you take all the information you have, all the knowledge you have, all the experiences you have, and you package them and you put them together in a new way and somewhat spontaneously. That's the way we have conversations. We improvise. The way that we come up with new twists on recipes when you're cooking. Certainly not me, but you improvise. Finding a new use for something. That's improvisation. And as a martial artist, that's really important, and I think that's a portion of martial arts practice that a lot of people miss out on, is the ability to improvise. You see, you practice forms and you learn how to move and learn how to do all these cool movements, and you may practice some partner applications, and then people have a hard time going to things like sparring or push hands or any kind of interactive partner skill, because that requires improvisation. You have to respond immediately to something. You don't know what you got, but you got to learn how to make the best out of it. So I've been experimenting a lot with my own practice and in my teaching, and encouraging people to improvise their movement, to kind of break away from the set tradition of form and become a little more expressive, because that's the real life application. Everything we do, if we can't take it outside of the context that we learned it, and we can't apply it somewhere else, then that means it hasn't really sunk into us 100%. So I'm constantly playing with improvising in my music, in my martial arts, in my life. I've got to learn to take what's there and make it happen, make it work for me, because you don't always have a choice of what you're going to work with. So you've got to be able to take what you got and make something out of it, right? When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. That's improvisation. All right, so what I want you to do is to think about that, because you do it all the time, and to allow yourself the freedom to be creative, to come up with new and better ways to do things. That doesn't mean you're always going to get it right. You're going to make mistakes, but of course that's the way we learn. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. If there's anything that you should be afraid of, it's not taking chances. All right, so we want to be able to stretch our boundaries a little bit and be creative and improvise when the situation calls for it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson. Hope to see you next week.